You mentioned that your screen is being transmitted. Yes,
Now is it
right now.
fine?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay. So here, if you see the course curriculum, we are going to cover about the introduction to SAP HANA as what we discussed in our first session. And again, I'll just go through in a high level so that, to continue the sessions, what and all we need to cover. Okay. And
Hmm.
then we'll be coming to the landscape and architecture. What are the main components and the SAP architecture overview and the HANA Studio, where we are going to connect to the HANA Studio. What is HANA Studio and what is the modeling? In the modeling, what we are going to do that. Okay. So, and after that, slowly we are going to start with the ABAP and HANA stuff, like where we are going to cover what is the code to data paradigm,
Yeah.
means code push down, and what are the ABAP development tools and installation of ABAP development tools working with ADT, and then uh, sorry, suppose all these. Okay, and then we are going to cover up new features like OpenSQL, CDS, AMDP, and ALV IDE. So in that, in the CDS, we are going to cover what are the different types of CDS and how we are going to create that with the different types of CDS and exposing the CDS views to ABAP and CDS views to OData services. Okay.
Hmm.
And we are going to cover up with ABAP database connectivity and HANA proxy objects and what are the new features available in the SAP NetWeaver 7.4. Okay, and accessing SAP HANA as a secondary database, and these are the tools which are going to cover. Okay,
Yep.
so you can just go through this content and if you have any questions, who are the trainers and all, you can just go through the demo videos which are available if it is available here. Okay, fine. And today as part of today's session, we are going to cover what are the things which we have discussed earlier. Okay, just no, earlier I just take 5 minutes to 5 to 10 minutes of
Yeah.
time to recollect what we have done. Okay, so last time we are discussing about the introduction to HANA. Basically, we have discussed what is a database and a data warehouse. So HANA is a high performance analytical appliance. So appliance is a combination of both software and hardware, which is made to process your real-time data using in-memory computing. In-memory computing is nothing but we are going to store all the data in the RAM instead of hard disk, where it combines both technologies like analytical as well as transactional operations into a single database, where a transactions process we call as OLTP and analytical process we call as OLAP, and it is a row based and column based storage which is going to be done. And when you done the HANA migration, all the tables is going to store in a column based data storage, and this is best suited for real time analytics and deploying and developing real time applications. And this HANA is developed in C++ language, and the supported operating systems are SUSE Linux Enterprise Server. At present we have Red Hat Enterprise Linux, and the hardware partners are HP, Fujitsu, Cisco, IBM, Hitachi, etc. And the languages to know to learn to HANA is SQL. SQL is nothing but a structured query language. Got it? Any questions here?
Yes. Here you have stated that it's a row based and column based. So you mean
Yeah.
I have seen in 11 sometimes it states as row or column based or both. What is
Uh,
exactly this? I mean,
that's what I mentioned. Like when you upgrade the system to HANA database, all the tables which are transparent tables, which are pool or cluster tables, will be connected to the transparent tables. There is no concept of pool and cluster tables. Okay.
yeah.
By default, it is going to convert to the column storage.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And the row
That's
based means that it's just for
row based.
technological point of view.
Yeah, technological point of view, in the sense it will support both row based and column based, but the preferred
Right.
is column based. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so
Yeah.
it will provide you the option to create, either you can create a row based or a column based as well. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Yes. Yes.
So, and we have discussed row based and column based in detail on that day. Okay, and also we have discussed what are the areas, what are the HANA versions which are using, and the timeline, and also the release version stacks, and also we have discussed about what is suite on HANA and S4 HANA. And once again, I'm repeating, business suite on HANA is nothing but when ECC users perform SAP migration without changing your front end, then it becomes a SAP business suite on HANA. Okay, and S4 HANA is the next business suite. Okay, is a next generation where it is a suite on HANA came first, and all the traditional functionality of the ECC environment, but the engine database is now a HANA engine. Okay, it's a HANA engine. Okay, fine.
Okay.
So it has come up with a predefined, 3000 CDS views which are currently available. Just like how when we are using R3 or ECC, when SAP has released with the 3000 function modules, right? Yes or no?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
like that, it's nothing but S4 HANA. And HANA is deployed in two things. One is on-premise and another is cloud. On-premise is where the client is having its own data center, and the cloud which is going to have the cloud-based technologies which is maintained by AWS, and Google Cloud and all these things. Okay, fine.
Yes.
So, and also we have seen about the architecture where it contains main two components. When you, if you want to connect to the SAP HANA database, we have a front end client, that is what you call as a HANA Eclipse environment, where HANA Studio is the one which is going to connect to the HANA database. So when you are trying to connect to your HANA Studio to the HANA database, the index server is going to come into the picture. What is this index server? Index server will process your incoming statements. Okay, process your incoming SQL statements. What are the SQL statements? Which you write, either you to create a table or to insert the data, or you want to drop the table, or you want to alter the table fields. Then what are the statements related to the SQL? To process those statements, no, index server will come into the picture.
So
Okay,
I have a question. The index
yeah.
server is application server or is it a web server?
It's not a web server. It is maintained at the database level of the HANA system.
Okay, it's more or less like a database interface that we have.
Database interface. Like, when you are connecting your what do you call when you are connecting the front end client to the database, there should be an interface which interacts with the client front end and the back end database, right? To
Okay.
communicate your to translate your communication in an understandable format for the database. Okay,
So it's on the database layer, yeah, both,
yes,
both.
yes, yes.
And it's, okay.
So and uh, uh, um, and when you're connecting, we can connect to the we can connect HANA architecture, sorry, we can connect to the HANA database either with the HANA Studio or with SAP, either with the web-based tools. Web-based tools. Web-based tools is nothing but you'll be having a URL, a HTTPS URL, where you are going to connect to the HANA database. Okay, HANA database. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Uh, you said that Access Engine is for web-based applications, and
Yes, web-based
Index
applications.
Index Server is for database.
Index server is
Queries.
for, not, no, no, don't confuse here. I'll explain you clearly. One is using HANA Studio. Sorry. Other is using web-based. Okay.
Yep.
This consider this web-based. Okay. And then this is HANA Studio. This is HANA Studio. And here you're going to connect to the HANA database. And this is SAP HANA Studio. SAP HANA Studio. And this is web-based client. Web ID, what you call as web ID. So to connect to the web HANA Studio, what we require? We require an index server, right? We require
Yeah.
an
Index
index
server.
server. We require mm, we require index server. Index server. Okay. We require index server. So if you want to connect using web based, okay, we require what?
X is
Access
extended
engine.
services, right? It's state
Yes,
extended
extended
services.
services. Extended services. Okay. So
Yeah.
we require access engine. So access engine. So access servers contains access engine. It allows external application and developers to use SAP HANA database via access engine client. So the external client application can use HTTP to transfer the data via access engine for HTTP server. Okay. We require what? HTTP. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
So here,
Yeah.
this is the one where we will be connecting to the SAP HANA database. Got it? Any questions here, please?
Yes. The Access engine and index server. These are both are inside the HANA database, right?
Which one? Ah, yes,
The index
yes, yes.
server, they both are inside the
Yeah,
HANA database.
correct, correct, correct. I'll make you clear like this. Oh, sorry.
SAP HANA Studio is just a front end
The
or
front end, how we use the GUI, how we
yes.
use our GUI, just like that. Okay.
Okay. And WebD IDE is also a front end. We use it in HANA in HANA Studio as
So
well, right?
yeah. So here the web ID is will be like this. Like it will be a URL, okay, where you will be typing like it will be https:// host colon port, okay, slash uh,
So it's
slash
like the
SAP
services. data services.
slash, yeah, right, HANA slash IDE. Okay,
Yep.
slash what do you call uh, catalog.
So it's just like SAP UI5 applications.
Sorry,
So there, SAP UI5. This is a web-based access to
web
HANA,
based. Basically,
like a
so it
WebDyn
goes
Pro.
some, yeah, like WebDin Pro. So basically, it will be like this. Okay, got it?
Yep. Yep.
Now I think it is clear for you.
Yes, yes. But for the both the applications we can access through SAP system, right? From the backend. I mean, for the web IDE, there are also, I think, in the background there will be a generation of classes, and these were stored in with the help of transport requests in SAP, right? And in HANA Studio as well. If we work with
No, not in HANA Studio, not in HANA Studio. HANA Studio will not be saving as in a HANA Studio. If you are working with in HANA Studio, there are two perspectives, right? I'll tell you that.
yep,
Okay, when the time comes, I'll tell you. Just note down this point. When I discuss about the HANA Studio, then there we'll be discussing regarding that.
yep,
Okay,
all right.
fine. Okay, so this will be the HANA database. How we connect, and then we have discussed why customer choose SAP HANA. So this is what the initial discussion what we have done.
Yes.
Okay, initial discussion. This is what we covered: hardware, software innovations, elevation, additions, release version, landscape. Now we are going to talk about what is HANA Studio. What is HANA
Yep.
Studio?
So SQL, from SQL, you mean SQL script, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll see what is a HANA Studio and what is a modeling and all. Okay.
Yeah.
Before going to these things, okay, first of all, we need to understand what is a HANA Studio. Okay, before going to this, we are going to learn about, before we go into the modeling, we need to understand what is a HANA Studio. Okay,
So the HANA Studio is embedded inside the Eclipse, right?
yes,
Okay.
Studio is not included, embedded in the Eclipse. Okay, there are two things. SAP's own product is SAP HANA Studio. Okay, the front end client.
Can you please
Eclipse
repeat
is
it?
a open source.
Yeah.
That is basically for Java. Basically for Java. So in that, we need to install our Eclipse components, which is related to HANA.
Okay.
Okay, got it?
Yeah. And
You got it?
yeah. And in the same Eclipse, we will use the IDE, right? Which you told the web service.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
So
So
both
that's the
these
reason.
are the
Yeah.
different perspectives.
Yes, yes. So that's the reason HANA Studio is an Eclipse-based integrated development environment for development and administration of SAP HANA database in the form of GUI tool.
Yeah.
Okay, if you know, GUI tool. So basically, it's a client tool which runs on client or a developer machine and connects to SAP HANA server. You're getting?
Yeah.
No?
So when you say HANA server, is it a SAP ERP server, or is it no, no, I mean is like before we have a
HANA
SAP
database.
ECC server. Yes, now we only talk about SAP HANA server.
HANA. When I say HANA server, it's a HANA database.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's a HANA database. So this SAP HANA Studio can access local or remote SAP HANA database. Got it?
What do you mean by remote HANA database?
See, local in the sense in our system, if we use HANA Studio and if you are connecting to our on-premise, then it is a local.
Yeah.
Okay. And the remote is like where you are connecting to the cloud system of HANA database.
Okay.
Okay. Got
All right.
it?
Yeah.
It's the cloud system of the HANA database. Okay.
Mhm.
So now by using this HANA Studio, what we can achieve? Okay. By using HANA Studio, what we can achieve? What happened to this? Okay. What we can achieve for this? So by using HANA Studio, first is it enables user to manage the SAP HANA database.
The user
Please
means the
try to
developer here, right?
understand. Sorry,
User means the developer here, right?
user means the developer.
Okay, I have one question. Is it okay if I ask you in between or in the end it will be fine for you?
Nothing, no
All
issues,
right.
no issues.
Yeah.
Because then and there we have to clear our doubts.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you go for last, then few of the things you can might be forgetting.
You.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, please. What you can do is, I'll write the points. Okay. Once I write by writing, you just read it. What I write it. Okay. If
Yeah.
you still doesn't understand, just ask me. Okay.
To manage the database, HANA database means um, uh, yeah.
Yes, yes.
To manage means what do I say? But manage means like security and technological aspects, or like business warehouse
See,
perspective.
enable users to manage the SAP HANA database. Manage the SAP HANA database. Who is going to manage SAP HANA administrator user?
Yeah.
Okay. Or SAP HANA developer user, a modeler user. Okay. To manage the SAP HANA database. So SAP has divided our roles, consultants into three things. One is SAP HANA administrator, HANA modeler, and HANA developer. So according to their roles and responsibilities, they're going to manage your SAP HANA database. Okay.
Right.
And by using this HANA Studio, where we can create and manage user authorizations. So
So
who is going to do that?
role of administrator, right?
Administration.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we have to create new or modify existing models of the data.
Yeah.
This who is going to do this one?
This is for modeler perspective.
Modeler. Then the point itself here you have everything. So what are the prerequisites for SAP HANA Studio? Okay, what are the prerequisites of HANA Studio? For HANA Studio, what are the supported platforms when you are using this SAP HANA Studio? Okay,
This you have said that from software perspective, we have a Linux and Red Hat right now.
right. But that is for database. Now I'm saying for this is a client. This we are going to install in our desktop or a laptop, right?
Okay.
Okay. So the supported platform, okay, support platform is SAP HANA Studio runs on runs on runs on first is Microsoft Windows 32 and 64-bit versions. Okay, runs on Microsoft 32-bit. Oh, sorry. Okay, runs on
Yeah.
this one Microsoft Windows 32 and 64-bit versions. Come on, what happened to this? Okay, I'll take a one layout where I can give you. Okay, runs on Microsoft Windows 32-bit and 64-bit versions like Windows XP, Vista, and all. And then we have a SUSE Linux Enterprise Server x86 64-bit version. Okay,
Hello.
it's yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, Susi, is this operating system or was it this? It's hardware.
SUSE Linux operating system.
Yeah.
Okay, so here fine. SUSE Enterprise Linux 64-bit x86 64-bit
Processor.
version Red Hat Linux 6.5 and Mac OS operating system 10.9 or higher. Okay, or higher. And then what are the system requirements? System requirement for SAP HANA Studio. SAP HANA system requirement for SAP HANA Studio. Okay, so for this we need to have Java JVM during installation updation of HANA Studio, and HANA Client. It is a software by which you will be able to connect to connect any database application. Okay, so first of all you need to have the Java JVM. Okay, and then you need to have the HANA Client. HANA Client. HANA Client. Okay, it is a software, and this HANA Client can be installed on Unix, Linux, and Microsoft Windows, and also on SAP HANA server host during server installation. Okay, during server installation. You're getting what I'm trying to write it here,
Yes,
please.
these are all the requirements for system requirements for HANA Studio. You mean
HANA
not for HANA
Studio.
database. This is it's
HANA
for
database we are not going to discuss here. HANA
yeah,
database is going to discuss by the administrators. Okay,
yeah,
because anyway we are not going to install anything on our desktops or laptops. It is in the companies organizations where
yeah,
they'll be having more RAMs and all. Will not be affording that much of RAMs in our no in our systems, right?
yeah. And
SAP
HANA
HANA.
client is yes, HANA client is a part for is other component than HANA Studio, right?
Yes, HANA client. So what basically it will do is, after doing the modeling in SAP HANA, if you want to connect from third-party clients, like for example, Excel, Microsoft Excel, where you can connect Microsoft Excel, where you can connect from the Excel to the SAP HANA Studio. So to connect to this Excel is a normal Word, right? Microsoft component. So if you want to connect that normal Excel to the HANA database, we require an interface add-on to be installed, which can be supported for both Excel and a HANA database. So for that we require SAP HANA client.
Okay.
Okay, HANA client. So once SAP HANA client is installed, you can't see anything on in the on the desktop a logo for that. Okay, it is inbuilt it is going to be installed. Okay,
Yes,
inbuilt
yes.
it is going to be installed. And then what are the download and install SAP HANA Studio, where you can download and install HANA Studio.
With the help of SAP client, we can also connect to SAP HANA database, right?
No, no, no. Yes, it's an interface, but it's not an front-ended like HANA Studio.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not a front-end like HANA Studio. So what is the installation path? Where exactly you're going to do that? So here, basically,
So you told also that we need a Java virtual machine for that, right? Installed
which one?
on Java virtual machine,
Mm-hmm.
JVM, right? This
Mm-hmm.
needs to be installed on the computer, on the server, on the. It should be there before
It
we
should be
install.
there.
Okay.
Yes, yes. So generally, in our HANA Studio is going to install in our desktops, in our
Yeah.
office. Okay, to connect your HANA database, right?
Okay. It's a like a SAP GUI.
It's a big GUI, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Right. But it needs additional components such as JVM and
Huh.
right.
So another thing is we have software download. What happened to my laptop? Software download. Okay, here you can download it from the SAP HANA. You can download SAP HANA Studio and HANA client from the service marketplace. SAP service marketplace. You have an idea about this, right? No
Service
need to explain.
marketplace. You mean is it OSS ID, right?
Yes. Okay. Got it, Shobhan?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So till this, do you have any questions, please?
Mm, okay. The installation path is in the system for Windows, right? Or is it for HANA Studio? It's for HANA Studio.
Which
I
one
mean,
you're saying?
the first one, Microsoft Windows 32 or 64-bit. This is
Uh-huh.
the default installation. Here must be installed. I mean, you mean
Yeah,
it's
once you
a fixed
install,
location.
yeah, it's a you can install directly in the C, but it's a preferred location, so that it will be a separate. It will be installed.
Okay. Do
The
we need to have SAP GUI installed in system before this or not?
sub GUI not required now at
Okay.
present.
Okay.
Okay, not required.
Yeah.
Okay. So once how we are going to install the installation on Microsoft Windows. Okay, Microsoft Windows. So once you download, okay, you will be having we need to select the file to download to your operating system. Okay, download to your operating system. Sorry.
If I log into OS with OSS login, and so do you need to for that do you need a company ID or is it free? The HANA Studio and HANA client.
HANA client, see, generally that will be done by your administrators. No need to worry as a nothing to worry as a developer. Okay,
Yep.
okay, because that is going to take care by your administrators. So
Okay.
generally for that we require the service marketplace ID. Okay.
Yeah.
For that we require the service marketplace ID. So basically you might be having a idea about the service marketplace ID, right?
Yeah. Because I have OSS login, but it's like with this I usually search for notes. I mean, I
Okay.
never
Right.
downloaded any software from that.
Okay. Generally, these basis guys, they are going to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
They're going to do that. Okay. So we need to select file to download according to your OS. So once you download this, we need to select the installation on how to install that into your system. Okay. How to download into the system. So for that, what we need to do? Installation on Microsoft Windows. How? Let's see. Installation on Microsoft Windows. Okay, Microsoft Windows. So we need to install SAP HANA Studio in the default directory with administration privileges or user home folder without administration privileges. Okay, without administration privileges. So for that, what we have to do, and we need to click on that HDB, HDB setup for installing the SAP HANA Studio. You're
So
getting right.
the
You're understanding.
yes, yes. You said that HANA DB setup exe will download it from
Service
OS
marketplace.
from Service Marketplace, right?
Correct. So what we do basically is, so like this it will be there, the file.
Yeah.
Okay. You have to double click on it, and it is going to uh, appear, it is going to appear uh, the default installation folder. Where the default installation folder will be there?
So you have mentioned before this path.
Before this path, right? It's a
See.
C,
Uh,
program files, okay, and all these things will be there. Correct.
okay.
Oh, sorry.
So if the folder is not there, then we have to create it. SAP HANA DB.
Huh, no need. Actually, when you download, when you're trying to install, system itself takes the path by default. No need to worry
Ah,
about
okay.
that.
Yep.
No need to worry about that. System is going to take care. System is going to take care about that. Okay. Now the step one from here is you need to define the studio properties, where exactly it has to be installed. Okay. So So here we have a step one. We need to define the studio properties. So how you define this studio properties is we need to select the path how we selected for the last time. So here, how you define your properties. You understanding? So you're able to see the screen or not?
Yes. 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 This will come when we run the exe, right?
Yes, when you run the exe, it will become. And then we need to select install new HANA Studio. Click on next. Will be select the features screen appears. Then we need to select our features here. Okay.
Yeah.
So what we need to do? So here we need to select the new installation. Okay, so we need to click on next. Okay, we need to select features of the screen. So what are the features we'll be having? That features we need to select here. Okay,
Yeah.
what are those? I'll tell you. So these are the
These
features.
three checkboxes.
Yes,
Otherwise,
you want to
first,
see that? Yeah.
it's like HANA Studio
Yes, SAP
development.
HANA Studio, administration version, application development version, and database development version. Okay,
Yes.
HANA development version. Got it?
Yeah. These three features are required always. Features
Yes.
means that for administration purposes, for development, or for database development. You mean that we require the all of them, or we require only the second and third one?
All three.
Okay.
All three we require. Okay. All three we require. Next is um sorry. So here what we do next is we will be selecting sorry, there are those things. We need to select the feature screen as used to select the features like SAP HANA administration, studio application. What is those things? Okay, those things. What are those things? What are them? Sorry. Here I delete. Hmm, okay, so what we do? Hmm, so here we need to select the features. No, like SAP HANA administration features, right? We have studio administration and all. Okay, those things we have to select it. SAP HANA Studio Administration, SAP HANA Studio Application Development, and SAP HANA Studio Database Development. These three things, right? These three things, and we need to select next button. Next, you'll be getting the review and confirm. Okay, you'll be
Yes.
getting the review and confirm. So we need to confirm that basically. Okay, so how you confirm is you need to
The next step, you mean the third one?
yeah, step 3, it review, confirm, review and confirm. So here,
Do we
review
need
and
to write also XS or not?
which one? X?
XS services.
No need.
Actually, I was looking around the things, and I have found that there are two directions for HANA development. One is with XS, and the other one is ABAP on HANA, right?
Yes.
Okay, so these are the two for one is for web, and other one is what we are doing is ABAP on HANA.
We are doing is ABAP and HANA.
Okay. As these are calculations, views are have nothing to do with XS, or will they also consume these views as well?
They also consume your no views,
Yeah.
right? They also consume your views. So here this is how we click on install, and then we need to review and confirm your screen. We need to, when you click on install button, step 4 and 5, like install the software and finish.
Okay.
Okay.
So this must be selected, the first one, SAP HANA Studio.
Yes. Okay. You need to click on install button. Sorry. Okay. Got it.
Yep.
Till any questions?
Yes, it's clear to know.
Clear. So once installation finishes, it will give you the screen where it has been finished. Okay.
Yep.
For that, I'll just move this one here because I'm making very short so that it will be a clear picture for everyone. Otherwise, no, it will not be good to see the slides.
Yep.
Okay. So here, what I do, I just okay. So when you click on finish, everything is done. Okay.
Yep.
So I think this is clear for you.
Yes, and do I need to update Java version as well, or is it okay if the Java is already there?
Java, if it is already there, no need to install it again. If a Java is not there, then we need to install the Java.
Okay, and the Eclipse as well. I have to install before this, or do I? Is it also to do
See,
something with?
no need to do. Either you install Eclipse, either you install HANA Studio.
Ah, okay, okay, right, right.
I told you, right?
Eclipse is for the XS
Eclipse is for?
XS services.
No, from that also we can run a HANA Studio. By
All right.
default, it will not be coming the HANA Studio component. For that, we need to install an add-on. I'll show you that. Don't worry. Okay. Once this is done, I'll just show you how what are the perspective, in which perspective we can see that. Okay.
Because you also have opened the Lunar. I,
Lunar
Lunar.
Eclipse. Okay. So I'll show you that. Don't worry on that. Okay. So we need to go to the default installation folder. This is where sdbstudio.exe file. By right click on it, you can create a shortcut on the desktop. Okay. It will be created a shortcut on your desktop. Getting?
Yeah.
It will be created a shortcut on your desktop like this.
It's like SAP GUI.
It's like a GUI you'll be getting. Okay. And when you click on this SDB Studio, it will open the workspace launcher.
Okay.
Okay. Come on.
So the workspace is You mean it's stored twice, one inside workspace and the other one inside SAP, right? So there are two spaces then.
Only workspace. This workspace is selected by default. You can change the workspace location by the browser option. Workspace is used to store the configuration setting and the development artifacts. You got it?
Okay. So the development artifacts will also be stored in SAP then.
Yes, in the workspace. What I'm trying to say. Got it? No?
So
I think
the
no.
workspace is in my system in Windows, not in SAP.
No, yes, in Windows, not in SAP.
So how the objects will be stored inside SAP system then?
Workspace space will be created in the local, but what are the objects you store when you save it? It will save in the database as well as in your workspace. Okay.
Okay. So with the help of a transport request, right?
That's what. When you come to the HANA Studio, there will not be any transfer request, but when you come to the ABAP perspective, they'll be having workspace. Till now, you need to understand that in the HANA database, you'll be having two stacks. One is Java stack, another is a ABAP stack. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
So HANA Studio is going to work on a Java stack. So that's the reason no transport request is going to generate. ABAP perspective is going to work on the HANA database. So it is going to have transport request for that. Okay.
Yes. You mean here in this case it's like a Java perspective, not ABAP perspective.
Yes, exactly.
So if we create a view, then how it will it be stored inside SAP, right?
Yes, yes. Hello.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yes.
Any
The thing is that
doubts still?
yeah, the doubt is that if we store the any object for example CDS view, if we have written any calculation view, then it will be sent from HANA Studio in SAP system, and then it will be assigned to a
Database.
transport request, and
Transport request.
then it will be transferred to quality system.
Correct, correct. I understand. But when you come to the HANA modeler perspective, what I'm trying to say is when you come to the HANA
Yeah.
modeler perspective, then there will not be any transfer request. All the contents are going to store in a what you call in a package.
Workspace.
Once that package is going to be assigned to the delivery unit.
Okay.
Okay, that is going to be assigned to your delivery unit. Okay.
And how these objects are then available in quality system then?
Which one?
From modular perspective, how are these objects are transferred to quality system?
That's all. That delivery unit, they'll be using HALM, HANA Lifecycle Management. They're going to
All right.
move that. Okay.
All
They're
right.
going to do that. That I'll tell you how we are going to do that, which objects we are going to select, which are not going to select that. All these things we'll be discussing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So once you click on OK, the HANA Studio screen appears, where you have installed the HANA Studio. Okay, the welcome screen is going to be appear.
Yes.
So that welcome screen, let's see how it is going to be there.
the HANA Studio we can use for all these things, for administration, for modeling, and also for development.
Yes, 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 exactly.
So there are two ways to write any object in HANA. One in with HANA Studio, and the other with the IDE environment.
ID, that's right, exactly. That's great. You understand very quickly.
Yes.
Already you have listened, I think.
Yeah, a lot about listen, but
Okay.
sometimes it makes all
That's,
confused.
it's making you revise again to,
Yeah,
go with this all these things. Okay. So tomorrow we'll see how to add the HANA Studio and what are the perspectives which are there in the HANA Studio. Okay. And
right,
then we're going to work with the HANA Studio tomorrow to create a small information models, and then going to further create the models and all. Okay. Fine.
right. Yeah.
So do you have any questions, please?
Yes. How I will get to the exe and server access and all?
Server access, your coordinator Giridhar will be providing you. Just send them a mail to get the access for you, because sorry, we are going to start the practical from tomorrow itself.
Okay, and the server access we need as we because we log in from Studio.
Remote,
Or
remote access will be having. So in the remote access, we'll be having already everything is installed. No need to install separately again all.
okay, you mean that I can also access with SAP logon this server access, right?
Server access, ECC component you can log in, but HANA Studio you can't log on. I'll show you tomorrow.
Right.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks for time.
Thank.
I need the mail ID so
Yeah.
that I can send you this recording for you, or you
Yeah.
can share it to Giridhar. He can also send me your email ID. Okay.
This no problem. Even I can send you my. Okay. So how do I